like a more traditional hard engage support makes sense to me, and Rakan definitely fits the bill.
A lot more mobility on the engage coming through from the Rakan, being able to lock down both the Yone and potentially Varus on the back line, who in this composition I wouldn't be surprised.
Going up towards that top side, Bin does have the flash. We'll see if he even uses it. Feels like he's kind of accepting his fate here a little bit. Alpha going to go in. The combo will come through. He's rooted up. Bin still holding on. Going to be stunned up and knocked down.
BLG do is try and fight you ahead of the objective to burn that HP
Here
down.
comes the Pantheon ult. They're going to be looking for Supa. He is getting surrounded by all sides. Supa out of position, does flash back, trying to get through Knight, but Knight will not allow it to happen. Grabs the first kill of the fight. Jojo trying to join up. Elyoya is going to have to run for it, though, as On goes in. Going to be Bramble smashed back. Elyoya slowed up, knocked down. It's a double kill there for Knight, as Elyoya tries to flash out, but cannot get away from the mid laner.
This is the risk that we were talking about at this point in the game. BLG's champions just love to skirmish, and the fact that Knight picks up both kills is massive for BLG. Knight really...
Yeah, absolutely agree. But BLG just keeping the pressure on here. They take 2 out of 3 grubs. They grab 2 early dragons here. And they're not going to give MKOI a lot of time to sit back. This is something they did so well in the play-ins. Also stacking dragons early often, and now they are going to be potentially looking for a play here in towards Supa. Supa has no flash, and it looks like he has no way out. Beishwan waiting and stabs him in the back to grab another kill. It's Feat of Warfare for BLG.
Good use of the Pantheon ultimate to find another pick in the mid lane. Well executed by BLG as they get themselves another kill. Oh, it looks like Jojo might be the target. Knight getting some good chip damage down.
Alvaro is here. And I don't think they're going to try to go for the dive with the Alistar around. Jojo will be able to clear out this wave, but BLG continuing to push the pace. Beishwan now moving in here, getting in the face of Elyoya. And Elyoya will be able to defend with the help of his Galio moving down here. But again, it's just back and forth. BLG constantly moving in, staying in the face of MKOI, not allowing them to get comfortable.
I love how Beishwan is playing this.
Oh, flash forward there from Alvaro, going to be able to knock him back. Flash out, though, from Knight. Will get into safety, takes another tower shot on the exit. But they couldn't quite lair the CC. The ultimate came in from the Yone just a split second too late after that beautiful engage from Alvaro. But it is a trade of ultis, it's a trade of flashes, so still a nice aggressive play from MKOI, and now they're going to look here for Elk. Elk trying to kite back, flash forward there from Elyoya, does cleanse out on the Twisted Advance, and is able to flash out to safety. He's going to have to dodge as he can.
Didn't have the TP.
We'll see. BLG looks like they have this in a really good position. I think if MKOI go in, it will just be to die, so MKOI do decide to just, you will give him, because he's going to heal it right back up, and they will drop the Herald to your mid to make sure that MKOI has to respond to their pressure here.
Good control comes through from BLG. The ulti.
He's going to look here. Merwin on the side, and it is going to be Beishwan in a lot of trouble. He is locked down, and he might be knocked down. Try to take one with him. Not going to be able to do it. It's a shutdown there for Supa, as On and Elk will retreat. Great pick on the BLG jungler here. Knight, though, on the side. Threatening with the weirding, does get about half of Alvaro's HP off, as Jojo Pian already over on the Dragon. Bin is just going to push topside. It looks like BLG aren't sure if they want to fight.
This?
But their 3 members are coming, and now they're going to commit the teleport in here from Bin. He's level 12, he has the equalizer, but they are going to be late, so they can only really look for the fight, if anything. The Galio could be a target, but is trying to back it up here. Bin overheating, Elk putting some damage in. Bin is actually going to flash out. BLG out of sorts over by this Dragon. This was not a good setup whatsoever, but they are going to go back in. They're looking for Alvaro. Do force out the ultimate. Knight getting some poke down. Great equalizer across multiple members here as On is looking for the engage. He finds it now onto Elyoya, but MKOI are looking to turn around. The bullet time coming through across multiple members. Supa gets a kill and goes on a killing spree. Knight trying to finish him off on the side. He has to wait for the cooldowns, looking for it. The weirding, the 2-fold hex is going to grab him the kill, and now Beishwan flashing forward into the MKOI base. They're diving the inhibitor towers here at only 18 minutes into the game. They keep them interested. They wait for the Pantheon. He respawns. They get the kills. Only good news for MKOI. At least they did get the Dragon. At least they were able to stave off Soul Point. But they're going to need some individual outplays here if they're going to try to get anything done. Jojo connecting on pretty much everything, but over in the middle lane is going to be heading down. The teleport coming in now from Knight. He is looking to force this MKOI in the area. The TP coming in from Jojo, and we can see Elyoya going to go for it. Is he going to be able to steal it? It's a flip, and it's going to be taken there by Beishuan. The re-engage comes in from Alvaro, and Jojo goes into the back line, but it's Elk going to be able to grab the first kill. Bin overheats, and in comes the Galio ultimate over the top as Beishuan trying to reach the back line. Knight on the side here with On, getting pretty low on HP, but the bullet time comes out there from Elk. He's going to grab one kill, and he's going to grab a second. Now it's a triple kill there for Elk. He's looking for more. It's a quadra, and he's going to be chasing after Supa. He wants that penta, and we'll see if he can actually catch up to Supa. Does have the strut for the move speed, but Supa will be able to get out to safety. BLG at Elk in that last team fight, doubling everyone pretty much here. Over 6,000 damage poured out in that one fight.
BLG.
That MKOI has not been able to keep up so far in this game number one, and On now looking for an angle, trying to see if he can find a flank here, is going to go back in onto the Alistar and will commit the ultimate here. Alvaro trying to get out of there, but he's going to be slowed down, flashes back in, tries to turn the fight around, but it's going to be Bin knocked down first. Galio looking now, Knight on the side here, could look for a re-engage. On clearly hunting for one. Elk is on the side, it does have the bullet time ready. For now though, it is 1-for-0 here for MKOI.
Catch BLG off guard. BLG trying to gain control over the top side, getting ready to set up for the Baron. But Koi punishing. Ooh, Jojo, he's fishing. Takes so much damage.
The weirding and the twofold hex from Knight alone is terrifying if he can find an angle to get it. Elk not quite level 16. Equalizer goes in, and On is looking for the engage. Great interrupt on the bullet time though from Alvaro, but Mirren's down already here. He's going to be trying to run away as it's actually Elyoya who did fall. Beishuan going for it is going to be able to get the second kill. It's BLG running over the fight as Supa has to flash out to safety. Elk trying to survive but not going to be able to do it as Jojo Pian knocks him down. Knight and Bin on the other side are winning the fight, but Beishuan and On trying to survive here against Alvaro and Jojo Pian. It's really up to Jojo now to try to make something happen. On running for it, Alvaro has no way out, and Bin and Knight are rejoining with the team here. BLG winning another fight, knocking MKOI back, and are going to be able to claim the soul as a result.
BLG is just so fast with how quickly they engage. You'll notice that the moment Koi was in that choke point was the opportunity that they needed to force the issue. Bin looking for a collapse onto Jojo. Knight here as well.
Knight. Jojo's in trouble, trying to dodge out as much damage as he possibly can, but the Seekers is there, and that's all Bin needs. Jojo gets cooked up as BLG take the kill, take the soul, and take every...
Knight then chases the issue, and even though Elk goes down, the fight is already so BLG favored. Very well executed fight from BLG.
Yeah, you can see the frustration there on Elyoya's face, as he knows this game going to be almost impossible to come back in now. BLG have controlled the pace.
Seamlessly move from objective to objective and just constantly force Koi into these fights. That speed of play is not something that you see a lot domestically, and something that BLG is very well known for. And they've done a fantastic job here in game one of this series. They've set their sights now on the tier 3 turrets of Koi's base, but it feels like a foregone conclusion. Can Alvaro find an engage?
Alvaro looking. Ooh. It's going to be Jojo Pian, though, who is getting sent packing there. Poked down incredibly low. The shield bow did proc as well. Knight working on this mid lane inhibitor tower as Galio trying desperately to clear out the waves. Not going to be able to do it. They're going to drop the equalizer here. Supa is in trouble. Beishuan flying into the back line already. Alvaro trying to turn around. Supa's going to be targeted, and Supa's trying to stand. He's trying to fight. He does get a kill here, and now BLG potentially in some trouble. Knight, great stasis. The taunt not going to be able to connect as a result. Alvaro, though, interrupts the hop. Beishuan going back in. Galio coming through. The bullet time, buying space for the team to get out. They are able to escape. Knight stays alive, as does Beishuan. Close fight there from MKOI. Really well done, all things considered, but still, BLG continue the push here. Elk is healthy, has so much lifesteal. Elyoya is out of mana at this point. Knight is pushing in for that mid lane inhib, but BLG going to keep the pressure rolling. Bin overheats as Jojo gets a good chunk down onto him. Knight looking, Galio now back from base here. Looking to get involved. Solo in the face of Mirwin. Can't do anything to help him out. He knows if he sticks around to fight, BLG are going to be able to come in and just finish off the game. Jojo Pian was still pushing top lane here, so BLG now will get him back into the base, knock down these inhibitors that MKOI was able to defend. And then they're likely just going to reset and try to prepare for this Elder Dragon, but Elk is completely unbothered. They're just staying around. They don't even have the waves until just now. This minion wave going to be coming in through bot lane. It is not a super minion wave. It is not baroned up, so it could be wave cleared by MKOI. That is going to be the goal here. as Alvaro takes a lot of poke there on the side, is going to have to go back to the fountain and try to heal up. They're trying to buy time here for Elyoya. 10 seconds until he responds. Equalizer going to get dropped onto Jojo Pyun. Locket comes out from Alvaro, is able to avoid most of that damage.
By that time, they can wait. Wait for that bot wave to start knocking on the doors.
Oh, they're going to look for the engage, and it's going to be Elk. Elk is caught out. Can they knock him down? The CC is there, and they get the kill onto him. They're going to grab a second as well. MKOI roar to life here as Knight gets a big chunk down onto Jojo Pyun. Can they force the hand of BLG? They need to get the Elder, and they need to get the Elder right now. They can't allow BLG to have time for the respawns. BLG, though, do have both their solo laners available, and they have their jungler. They look like they want to fight. The Equalizer is going to be used, and in comes the Pantheon ulti. Knight is looking, and Knight is hunting for Jojo. Jojo stays alive on the side. He's life stealing off the Elder Dragon. It's going to be Mirwin trying to create some space here. Supa flashes back, but Ben takes him down anyway. The solos from BLG and the jungler in a 3v5, too far ahead. They don't care about the numbers. They've got the quality, and they are TPing in to look to put the finishing touches onto a beautiful game one. Ben and Knight, eyes on the Nexus now. It's all up to Jojo Pyun. Can he make a miracle happen here at home? The Zoni's going to be popped here. Jojo chunked incredibly low as Ben comes out of that stasis and looks like he's going to be able to finish him off with the Electro Harpoon. BLG make no doubt about it. They put on the full court press all game long. Relentless aggression nets them the win in game number one.
A moment of hope
in this 1v1. And it's going to be an exciting one for Mirwin here.
It's a strong bot lane matchup, though, for BLG. Corki, Leona. Kind of a very old school matchup, but one in the modern day works very. Get Supa and Alvaro out of this bot lane matchup where they are struggling in a little bit. And Ben is just looking for trades.
I mean, he's a 2-level advantage on both of them right now, but has he overstayed his welcome here? Ben could be in some trouble. Skip and slash used to try to get back to safety as they're going to flash forward and they're going to commit to this. Ben is trying to turn around, but he's not going to have the damage. Finally does come to you. Ben, though, getting zoned off, still not level 6, as Alvaro's going to take a swing here. Does land the Shattering Strike. Supa getting aggressive. Ben, if he was 6, might be able to turn this around, but this is difficult. He's going to go for it anyway. Supa could be in some trouble. Remember, he has no flash. Does level up to 5, though. Great peel coming through from Alvaro. The stun is going to land with the Shattering Strike, as Ben is trying to play for 6. He really wants to get it. He still needs one more minion. Now does get it, but it doesn't matter because Elyoya has arrived, and Elyoya going to be able to grab this kill. You have to think eventually. Ben, again, overextending. Didn't quite have the experience to get 6, otherwise he might have been able to make the play work.
It's really interesting because you're completely right that Ben thought that if I can just get this level up, it'll be completely fine, because then I can turn around this play. You could see how much damage he was doing to Supa. In a 2 versus 1, he almost just straight up killed him, but he just didn't quite have the damage. Jojo gets the flash out.
And now he's going to flash and follow. Jojo bides his time, and now they're going to be able to grab a kill in mid lane. Beautiful play.
Hopefully going to get to see it now. Level 5 still for Alvaro.
And no ultimate for Elyoya or Jojo here. So it could be a difficult approach. BLG just trying to focus on finishing off the final grub. Should be able to do it. Beishwan has no smite. Elyoya does, but just no real angle for him to approach. So all 3 grubs will be claimed there by BLG.
So BLG continuing to demonstrate their proficiency of playing around these early objectives. Really good job by them. Elk forced the W away.
Auto poke down onto Knight. Wants to keep him pushed in and is going to be able to grab a plate here very likely. Elyoya spotted.
Yep.
Mirwin is going to look. Shuriken Flip does connect. Ben going to have to try to get out of there, but he has no flash. Remember, he's playing Ignite TP. No way out.
You could understand why BLG might be a little bit hesitant trying to test
they're going to flash in. They're going right for it. They're looking for Elyoya, and he's going to be knocked back. He's trying to target Elk. The TPs are coming in. Mirwin looking for Elk. He's going to be able to try to knock him down to the side, but he couldn't quite get him. In goes Supa. Supa gets one. Supa's going to be looking for another, but Mirwin is rotting down to that Victor ultimate. He's going to fall eventually. Alvaro trying to get out. Does land the Shattering Strike, but it's not going to be enough as Supa does get a kill in the background onto Elk, but he is incredibly low, and he is running for the hills. Even with the gold lead, it's BLG as Knight flashes in, getting another kill, and it's going to be them taking the dragon. Just as you were saying, you're not sure if they want to fight. They're saying, yes, we do.
BLG are just so fast. They don't give you a moment to think. Elyoya, he's just sitting in the river. Flash engage from on. The collapse from BLG is quick. The response from Elk is good as the follow-up engage doesn't come through. Supa is very far away. The Azir has to TP in, but at this point, when the rest of KOI arrive, I love how they play through their pressure again. They realize that KOI want to get resets through, and so they funnel more members down to the bot side of the map, which means that Knight has free access to this tower. He's very well protected.
To start off this Herald, Bin is up on that top side. He can't go back to base. He doesn't have his first item on. Looking with the Hex Flash, cannot find an angle to go in on Mirwin. Now Bin approaching from the top, but the objective is already gone. So BLG will elect to just back it up and try to get a little bit of chip damage down on this tier 1.
Okay, BLG very much just spectators in this play. Bin will respect KOI.
But will he respect them enough? It looks like they're going to go for it. In goes the Cyclone as JoJo's in on top of him. Bin, no flash. I don't know if he's getting out of this one. Flash to follow from Elyoya. And JoJo now. 15 seconds now until that third dragon will spawn. They're trying to take full control of this area. Push in mid. They will be able to get this tower with the crash. And should be able to be the first to move in towards the next dragon.
Looks like, yeah. BLG's just not in a position. I love what Peishwan's doing, by the way. You'll notice him on the complete other side of the map, just rummaging through Elyoya's jungle and saying, is there anything I can steal? I can't contest this dragon, and that's fine, but I'm going to get whatever camps I can. And if I can't get a camp, I'll set my sights on that top lane tower.
Exactly. To get some wards down as well, drop that pink as Elk is going to push Supa back here. Alvaro in the area, though, there to cover. As Beishwan and Knight move in, they are going to be able to claim that top lane tier 1. Meanwhile, MKOI mid-jungle, trying to do the same here on the other side. Going to be able to put more gold in the coffers of JoJo, who is up to
on. But aside from that, they've just been a force to be reckoned with.
Bin again in the side lane, could be in trouble here. Pops the Shroud, but the Cyclone comes in. They are chasing him down. They're going to knock him down once again. Alvaro is going to be able to spot this. How quickly can MKOI respond? Because BLG are just committing to it. In comes the teleport here from Bin. Mirwin TPing in as well. JoJo there on the side trying to get some poke down as Alvaro is going to go in looking for the engage, but there's not really any follow-up. But we are going to see the first kill going the way of Supa. Bin on the side trying to do what he can here against JoJo, but MKOI are pushing them back. Beishwan trying to stay in the area to see if he can get a smite steal. They're going to get it down incredibly low. It's down to 1500. It's down to the smites, and it's down to Elyoya as he has the Cyclone. He's going in with Supa into the back line. Mirwin goes as well. BLG trying to run for it here. Supa on the side looking for more. Beishwan pushing him back though. Bin now in the pit. Going to be caught with Elyoya, and JoJo falls again for the 6th time this game. It's Beishwan versus Supa. Supa though winning out as Beishwan going to get pushed back. Elk is running for it, but it's another kill going the way of JoJo. Supa trying to stay alive here. Beishwan slowly catching up. Can he hit him with the wind? Becomes lightning? No, he cannot. Supa getting flashed on here by Knight. Knight is looking, and he will collect the shutdown. Plus 636. Try to get involved. Alvaro and Elyoya trying to be able to put that pressure on them. Beishwan escorting his team in, trying to create space. Bin now going to be marking Alvaro. You can see Mirwin on the side, but it's going to be a stun connecting in onto On as they're looking for the engage. JoJo goes away here, trying to survive. Elyoya though into the back line as Supa's going to knock down On. Supa is going to get killed off though by Knight. It's back and forth kills on the side as Bin is fighting Elyoya and is going to be able to win out. It's going to be another kill as well for BLG as Beishwan and Knight combo up to knock down another. It is a 3-kill fight here for BLG. They are not going to stay on the dragon though, as JoJo just
that BLG can't stick around.
JoJo though barely even ahead anymore. Knight though could be in some trouble, has no flash, is going to get chased down here. Alvaro looking good sidestep, but it doesn't even matter. Supa comes in and picks up the kill, and that is a big one. Should gain MKOI another dragon here, even up the dragon score, taking their 2nd of the game.
These small oversteps from BLG are effectively being punished by KOI. Knight dropping means a lot of their damage falls to the wayside. And the dragon is secured, now equalized.
It's just so damn tough to deal with. You can see Knight now incredibly tanky as On is going to get interrupted there on the recall. JoJo is here. On's going to have to flash out. Alvaro trades a flash back, but Supa goes in with the killer instinct and gets another one.
Could be a Baron, but it's a risky start. There's a lot of poke on the side of BLG with both the Victor and the Corki. I think they should just be happy with the pick. With Supa losing his ulti, it's a scary fight to start. But they're thinking about it.
Elyoya going to face check Elyoya, and Elyoya going to try to knock down the Corki. The Corki's in a lot of trouble. Flashes away from Mirwin. Mirwin looking to try to get back in. Beishwan trying to peel for his AD carry, but he cannot. Mirwin grabs the kill, and Knight on the other side is going to fall as well. JoJo Pyun goes godlike in Canada, and MKOI have their eyes set on the Baron.
MKOI finds so many picks. Elyoya sitting in that brush. I mean, I wasn't expecting it, and BLG definitely wasn't. Elk gets caught out. That cascades into another pick, and KOI get themselves the Baron here in game 2.
A 5,000 gold lead now here for MKOI. They are really starting to pull away. They've claimed the last 2 dragons. They've won some fights here, have been
damage that Alloy was able to find. Oh, we're back
to live, but Supa's going to be in trouble here. Beishwan trying to finish him off, but can't quite do it. Alvaro there to peel just barely. Mirwin, though, coming in from behind, and now BLG may have overextended. We can see Beishwan trying to finish off Supa. He can't do it under the tower. Supa makes it happen, but the teleport's coming in now from Knight is on the other side. It's going to be Bin fighting with Elk against Elyoya.
MKOI looking to punish as much as they can. They set their sights on the tier 2 in the bot lane. The pings come down onto mid as well. MKOI putting the pressure on.
Absolutely are looking for some of these tier 2 towers. And while Knight is strong, he did go for a very tanky build. You know, he has the Zhonya's, the Cosmic Drive, as well as the Roa. So he is miles away from Void Staff as well as Death Cap. You know, these kind of late game items that you really think of, allowing you to try to take over a fight.
And you'll notice they do have these wards as possible TP options. And engage.
It's Alvaro, though, going for the engage. He's going to preempt it, and they're looking for Knight. He goes into the stasis. They're trying to peel for him, but Knight is in a lot of trouble. Jojo goes in, and Beishwan goes down. In goes Subin in the back line, and it's Knight down. It's Elk sure to follow. It's MKOI crushing the fight, crushing the game, looking to put their eyes on the Nexus now. MKOI going forward. It's just been alive here, and he is not going to be able to stop MKOI. It looks like we're going to have a tied series here as they lost game 1, but they roar back to life in game number 2. MKOI looking poised on the international stage. We are all tied up. Fury makes a lot of sense to me. It is one of the comfortable picks here for Elyoya. Obviously had not played Lee Sin yet. This split wasn't really expecting it. So it is going to be Neferi. They are going towards comfort there. They have the engage secured here with the
Throughout plans, we saw him find so many really amazing plays. And already here in this game, he's off to an incredible start.
Oh, they're actually looking for the dive here already. And I think they might be able to get it. First blood in the 2v2, a straight up going to look. Remember, no flash available on Supa. Can they find the angle? Q flash, of course he hits it. The Ignite is there as well. The Cocoon, though, blocked by Alvaro. Beautifully done by the Nautilus. But can he get away now? He's in trouble. Flashes out to safety. Elyoya arrived, trying to take down Beishwan. Beishwan in a lot of trouble, but Elk pushing back the MKOI jungler. Really commit to a contest. First scrub is already gone, and I think they're just going to have to give it up.
I like what Elyoya is doing, though. Look, he's shadowing the lane. I wonder if he's going to try for a lane gank, if he can sneak in behind. Still the fog of war. Doesn't want to get spotted out by any.
Yeah, it is always a bit risky here because Elyoya is in the area, but Beishwan is here as well. On in a lot of trouble, repels in, and just gets blown up. Teleport coming in as well from Jojo. They want to continue the chase. In goes Elyoya, getting Elk low. Ooh. Elk should be able to back off and survive. A great...
Again, though, BLG. It's the same has been true in every single game now. First Dragon, first Grubs. MKOI, I guess he was aware that Elyoya had his ulti available.
Knight looking here onto Jojo. Jojo has popped the flash and interrupted the Iskana Duck with his charm. He wants to go for more. Tries to get some healing back. Knight backing it out. Jojo waiting for his cooldowns. But Bin is missing from mid lane, and he knows it. He has got to be careful. Realizing that Knight could have backup, Jojo decides not to go for more.
Great awareness from Jojo. He's been playing exceptionally well in the 1v1, but now he's exposed to a dive.
The whole squad is here. Q flash, ulti to follow. He's going to get knocked up and knocked down. Knight even grabs it.
MKOI just have no response on the map. Yeah, this early game is just sheer domination. They're playing around this Caitlyn very well, and what felt like a small lead before is now quickly ballooning into a big one. I think the scariest thing for KOI is the fact that Knight has way more control over the side lane, and it's such a good TP flank.
Oh, the Cocoon flash comes through, and there's the Q flash as well from Alvaro. Alvaro is going to be going down in a hurry, tries to turn it around, but can't find much of anything. BLG pull the trigger, make the play happen. Elyoya's got to get out of there, is going to be trying to be knocked up by Bin, but will be able to go immune and jump over the wall, get back to safety, but just like that, commit some flashes, commit the TP, win the fight before it really even starts.
But we were just talking about TP response.
Now, Jojo going to be trying to look. MKOI, can they find it? Great sidestep there from Beishwan, but he's going to be locked up. He's going to be charmed up as well, as Elk is going to be eating that Nautilus ultimate. Beishwan trying to turn around, but he's going to get shut down there by Elyoya. Great play from him.
Advantage gain for BLG. Just sheer domination from BLG so far in this early game. Two tier, and they're looking for a pick right now.
Yeah, they want Mirwin. Elyoya is in the area. We'll see if they can try to turn it around. On looking here for the Cocoon. He's going to be able to follow it up, beautifully layering the CC. BLG. Difficult for MKOI. And Supa trying to look for some poke, but it was warded out. And Knight fishing with the Absconded Duck. Taking a pretty nice trade here onto Jojo, who is going to really get pushed back. Knight is looking for the solo kill, and he just straight up finds it. Dives under the down Jojo. He is not afraid whatsoever. The laning phase is over.
Knight in the side lane looks monstrous. Elyoya getting bullied out of the jungle. A tower is...
finds some advantages elsewhere. JoJo just stays up towards that top side. But you can see already BLG pinging on towards Otacon. So they're going to try to take this dragon and then go up. And they just will never give MKOI time. It has been a theme.
Super enthusiastic about forcing anything in the immediate future. They're starting to shepherd
He's going to look for the fight. He's just charging on in, but everyone is there from MKOI, and he's getting incredibly low already. The shield comes back up. He will be able to walk it out as Knight arrives in the teleport. Mirwin is behind them, but he has been spotted. Mirwin looking, can't find him with the chains, on in trouble. Death Charge going to be coming out and will connect. MKOI does have the support of BLG incredibly low, and Bin took quite a bit of damage there too, but Bin can base and teleport back. BLG staying in the area as MKOI now have their eyes on the Otacon. They are thinking twice, though. They're not sure. Do they want to commit to it? And now BLG saying, well, guess what? You have to commit to it now. We are not going to allow it to reset. On over the wall. If he's spotted, he is incredibly low. Beishwan taking some damage. Nice charm on the side. Does connect in onto Bin, but it's Knight again going aggressive. It's Knight looking for more. It's Knight on a rampage. Knocks down Alvaro. And it's BLG fully controlling the area, pushing MKOI out, securing the Otacon.
Great patience from BLG. Game 3. They're at Soul Point. The Baron is alive. Otacon secured. Hook.
Oh, big hook there from Alvaro. Do they have the follow? If they do, the charm is there, as is the shutdown.
A beautiful hook connects onto a really important member of BLG, but Knight is still alive. The hook.
Not going to be able to connect. Knight does have to flash out there. He is level 16. Remember, BLG pulled off a 3v5 last game. Can they do it in the 4v5? Bin moving in, trying to create space. Mirwin on the side threatening. He's onto Beishwan. Beishwan getting chunked down as Knight steals the Nautilus ultimate. Bin now tanking a lot of damage here. He's going to have to try to ult out to safety. The DPS pretty low here from BLG as MKOI do keep the Baron leash. Alvaro down fairly low. Mirwin being a real thorn in the side here of BLG, as they're just going to make the call to give it up. MKOI navigate the situation beautifully off of them.
The ult from Ezreal is good. The poke damage is good.
And Mirwin going to get spotted here by Beishwan. Beishwan liking his odds in this fight, does get a nice little bit of chunk, but on now. He's at the point of the game where it is very difficult as the elites to really find those team fights. But look at that Q flash over the wall. He finds Supa, and Supa's going to get knocked down by Knight, and now Knight is running over this fight. He's looking for Elyoya. He wants more. Knight and Beishwan.
From Koi and crushes it. A fantastic engage comes through from the Silas. They keep Bin in the mid lane, that they have done throughout this game, moving him off onto a side lane, not even using him as a front line, but just as an extra point of pressure on the map.
Something else. Good poke, though, on as Supa going to take that ultimate from Caitlyn right to the face. Down about half.
C on the map.
Oh, but they may have an angle here. Flash forward, does connect in onto On in trouble, charmed up, knocked down. Now they need more. They're trying to hunt for Elk, but he is retreating back to the tower. In comes Knight. BLG, they're looking. Depth chart thrown out there onto Knight. As you see Beishwan in the back line, he's trying to take out Supa. Supa's got a kite for his life. He's got to run. Beishwan's in trouble now as JoJo lands a charm. It's a shutdown over onto the BLG jungler, but the BLG soul laners and Elk are still alive, and they're going aggressive. Abscond, abduct, the charm turning around, trying to take down Knight. Knight goes Scolded. He's incredibly low. Supa with the perfect timing, gets a kill back. It is bloody fight in the mid lane there. 3 for 3 at the end of the day. But Bin and Elk stand strong and push back the MKOI members.
This whole play starts with Alvaro finding another massive hook. But the end is going to be Elk breaking into the base, securing their first inhibitor of the game, and Supa can do nothing about it. The immovable wall that is Bin will act as a shield.
Immediately spotted there as Supa trying to help push Bin back. Mirwin with him as MKOI trying to get some control here. Knight, though, level 18, has the stolen Ahri ult, and this Baron is just gone. MKOI cannot find a way in. It's an easy Baron there, and now Bin looking for the engage. Alvaro in a lot of trouble, has no flash. He's caught out, and On flashes in, hits the cocoon onto Supa. Can they find the follow-up? Knight looking to dive into the back line. He's in onto Supa. Supa's in a world of trouble. Gets out to safety, though. Great kiting out from MKOI. Supa, though, going to be hit by the ultimate from Caitlyn. Elk talks him down as Mirwin gets one back. Mirwin, though, trying to run away here.
BLG. Bin is the one to initiate things, and he does it once again. Without
who does not have any lifesteal really in the build, so is going to still stick for quite a while. But you can see Supa, Ace in the hole hits him, and he is right back to base pretty much. Has to try to sit back, heal back up with this Vamp Scepter. It's going to be up to the wave clear here, but it's not great from MKOI. And BLG, you already know they're going to be posturing aggressively here, trying to to get in the face of MKOI. MKOI are just trying to buy some time as JoJo almost just gets one shot there. Down incredibly low, almost got executed by the Elder here as BLG now eyes on the Nexus towers here. First one getting incredibly low. JoJo back out from base. Mirwin fighting on the side against On. Bin creating space here for Elk. All BLG need to do is keep Elk alive and keep that man firing, and he is going to get the rest of the job done. The first Nexus tower has already fallen. BLG pushing in. Great Zonia's there from On, is going to be able to immune it. And look at that! Elk just one-shots JoJo, and that should do it. Mirwin going forward, trying to make something happen, but he's going to fall as well. It's BLG crushing the hopes here of MKOI. They look for the heroics in the base, but Elk will not allow it. This man 7-1-4 on the Caitlyn. It's the bot duo from BLG yelling bot dip.
A lot of hope, and I like the response here from BLG. You're giving Knight another one of his comfort picks, and we saw it in the previous game. When you give this man agency, when you give this man comfort, he really does thrive.
He absolutely does. Second most played all time.
Circumventing the Vision in order to try and find a collapse onto this high-pressure lane.
H1's going to look again. Albro, no flash available. He could be in a lot of trouble, going to get pulled back. And do they have the damage to finish him off? It looks like they probably will. The bailout going to do nothing as MKOI's bot lane going to be knocked down. It's Elk. Yeah, and Elk is kind of the anti-timing here. JoJo is on the roam as well. They're going to look for it. The Realm Warp is on cooldown, but JoJo's in the area, and On has nowhere to go. Going to be knocked down.
They convert that pressure into a Grubs contest, but Elioya is saying, no, okay, it doesn't convert into much. Instead, I'm going to turn my attention towards the Dragon. It would be their first Dragon of the series.
We'll see. I mean, it's going to take a while to actually knock down if it is just Elioya doing it. BLG may want to try to challenge here, but Mirwin coming over and is going to help him finish this off, so it should be MKOI's Dragon here. They will be able to effectively get that trade, force out the flash. Going to be pretty happy about how things go with that, all things considered, especially because when you have that split push advantage on someone like the Rise, being able to take away some of the early Dragons means that they can't pressure you to group for a fight with a, any sort of big CC or engage that could come through. As Beishuan looking here for JoJo. Great sidestep with the phase rush, but the Ash Arrow is going to connect here. Albro in a lot of trouble. They're just going to give him up, but On goes in and it interrupts the Realm Warp from JoJo. Looks like he's going to be okay. Elioya trying to turn this around onto Knight. Knight in a lot of trouble, has no flash from earlier, and they're going to be able to knock him down. JoJo gets a kill back as MKOI.
Oh, another fight.
We're back to live, and now it's Elk that's potentially in a lot of trouble here. Super going to go incredibly aggressive. The hostile takeover comes through. It's cleansed, and it doesn't even matter. On's going to follow as well. It's a double for Super. BLG are killing this incredibly fast. MKOI not going to have anything to say about it. It goes down in a hurry, and now there are pings
just stealing away camps.
He's back. This tower is low. This could be risky.
No ulti available on Beishuan, though.
JoJo is clearing out the wave here. He's going to try to Realm Warp to safety. Beishuan flash forward, sends him into the wall. He's going to try to go back to the tower to finish it off. He can't quite do it. So Beishuan getting very low. JoJo low here as well, but no one in the area from MKOI to help him out. They're going to be able to donate the kill here over to Knight, I think. Is going to be able to grab it. They do finally take down JoJo.
Herald going to be used in the mid lane to open up this objective. It was a bit of an ambitious TP. TP in response as the bot tower falls.
At the incredible laning phase. Then, does get punished on that one dive from BLG, but Mirwin trying to get something back on this top side. Should be able to finish off this tower, but might be overstaying his welcome a little bit if he did do so. Ash Arrow comes out, not going to connect, and Mirwin intelligently does back off and still had tag on the towers.
Have confidence in themselves and their ability to play the fights, but Beishuan looking to take some of that confidence away.
Mirwin potentially in some trouble here. He is very far up. He's trying to buy time for Elioya, who is coming down, and in comes the teleport as well from multiple members. Knight and JoJo both going to arrive to the fight. Elioya is now here. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow doesn't quite connect. JoJo trying to turn this around on the Beishuan, but he finds a two-man in the pale, and Knight is here as well. Bin's going to go all out, and he's taking JoJo on a trip that he does not want to be on. Nice Realm Warp back to safety, though, on the other side, but Elk is here, as is On. On flashes in, knocks him up, and BLG knock him down.
Ends up going the way of BLG.
BLG back to live and right onto this Dragon. Elioya trying to see if there's an angle. He's trying to be in range of that smite here. Will he be able to steal it away? Can't quite get it. Was a flip, but it is
taking the long way around. Elioya.
Oh, they're going to go for JoJo. Enchanted Crystal Arrow right to the face. There's the flash forward. There's the Impale. The CC is all getting layered. JoJo is tanky, but he's not tanky enough. And that might just be what they need to try to go for more. Now they're looking here for Elioya. Supin's in great position, though. The hostile takeover comes through. Beishuan is left to the wolves. They get a kill.
Punish means that the smite is available for KOI. They have the Kalista as well. Bin wants to fight. Keep your eyes on Mirwin on the flank.
Yeah, Mirwin on the flank here, trying to threaten Knight as well as Elk here, as this is getting lower and lower and lower. BLG just gonna have to give it up. They're gonna try to turn around on a Mirwin. Great engage here from On. The Scatter of the Week there to follow. Do they have the damage to actually knock him down? He's gonna go in. Elk is in trouble. Cleanse flash out to safety. Elyoya in onto Bin, but he could be the one in trouble now. In comes the McHale's, but he just gets control. All deleted by Knight. Alvaro now in trouble. Is gonna have to get pulled in there by the Fate's Call. Kalista keeps her support safe. And at the end of the day, MKOI do walk away with the Otacon. Jojo here has to be a little bit careful. Elk trying to space him, but Jojo putting down so much damage onto him. Jojo now running for the hills here. Beishuan coming in. The teleport's going to be coming back from Knight. The Impale does not connect as On is there looking for the Tangle Barbs. They can't close the gap. They're going to give it. And MKOI also going to be able to finally take down this tier 1 bot, as Mirwin as well as Jojo do team up to knock that one down. So the slightest of gold leads now here is secured by MKOI. 200 in their favor, now 100. It's basically dead even. The gold does not matter whatsoever. As it's super, well, never mind. As Knight is going to be able to actually take down this tier 1.
He is getting scary. Knight
Change just like that.
I can feel it's like on a knife's edge right now. It can easily swing either way. Knight fishing the arrow.
Gonna be able to connect on the arrow. Elyoya in some trouble. Does jump out of safety. Alvaro, though, might not be so lucky here. Gets pulled back by Supin, and in comes the teleport. Mirwin is going to arrive. Alvaro incredibly low, but Jojo flashes forward, and he catches the AD carry. Bin trying to peel for him, as Mirwin's diving into the backline. Mirwin trying to make it happen. He's gonna get McHale's. He's healing up an incredible amount. Beishuan gets knocked down as well. It's MKOI taking over the fight. It's a triple for Supa, as BLG can't stop him. It's Knight and On still around here, but no one falls for MKOI, and they have their eyes on the Baron.
MKOI make it happen. They win the team fight. Mirwin trying to keep them away from the Baron. He's going for this. He gets another. He's searching for the last one. He's gonna take out Knight. A double kill for Mirwin as KOI secure the ace. They get themselves the Baron. KOI with a fantastic team fight have set up for us going to game 5. A beautiful Baron. It was such a tense moment, such a close back and forth. My goodness, I thought that when they threw Alvaro in, it was just going to be disaster.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Alvaro had been caught out, that it could be problematic.
Mirwin. He's got to be cautious of the Fate.
Oh, they're looking. Mirwin caught. He's going to be hit by the scatter. Do they commit everything here? They don't need to use more, but it does cost them quite a bit. Multiple ultimates, and Jojo is going to be up on this top side. Teleport coming in here from Bin to answer, but Jojo's still going to feel confident about his positioning. Does have that tower pretty low. Bin not going to be able to win
damage. Jojo now on the flank. They're trying to get some chip damage. Ooh, another big hit onto Alvaro. Knight doing some huge work in these skirmishes. Oh, they're going to use that to go straight towards the...
but it's going to be a trade for Baron, so they're going to make the call to actually go for this. BLG say, you know what, we got the poke, we're going to take the Baron. You get the soul, but the soul lasts forever, so BLG are going to have to try to get a lot done with this Baron buff, or the trade will not be worth it. The question is, can they find the angles to really force the hand here? Try to get in there, try to look for dives, try to close out the game, or at least create a massive advantage with this, because otherwise MKOI are going to be so happy with the trade. For Knight to be able to pick him off quickly, plus dealing with the bailout, the locket, the shield as well. That could be coming through. They're going to look for Mirwin. Mirwin is going to be connected onto, and there's a Pop Blossom from On. But here comes the hostile takeover, instantly cleansed off by Elk. They get the first kill, and now Alvaro could be in some trouble. Going to have to get pulled back by the Fate's Call. Elyoya uses the ulti over on Elk just to buy some time. BLG, just like that, find Mirwin and burst them down, and now they're going to continue the push here. Jojo gets actually stopped on the recall, so On is just going to harass him. BLG are going to try to keep going. They're going to try to threaten the base here, as On is just chasing after Jojo, not allowing him to get back, and he is most of their wave clear at this point. BLG going for the throat. Can Jojo get back there to his team? Elyoya getting put incredibly low, gets hit by the scatter. He's taking some damage now from the Ashe as Bin steps forward. The first Nexus tower is already down. Finally, Jojo's back, but is it too little? Is it too late? BLG with their eyes on the Nexus. They're just focusing it down. Knight will finish it off. Elk and Knight make it happen. Knock down the Nexus, take the series, and crush. Gonna end 3-1 off the back of a pick, just like that.
Just like that. A single misstep is all it took A quick collapse onto Mirwin into a game-ending play. They made the Baron work perfectly. With the Baron empowered minions, they ran straight